Hi everyone, thank you so much for your comments and your support for my videos. I was very reluctant to do this, that's why I decided to do it because I am usually shy and I like to be with my students, but videos and especially speaking, I really had a hard time when I was working as an ambassador, but eventually I got a little more acquainted with the camera. But anyways, it makes me really happy to know that some of you are appreciating uh, this project, and somehow I can help you even though we may not be close to each other, but people are writing me and they're asking me how can they study with me. Well, right now I live in India and I had a very abrupt change of life. I taught in Costa Rica for more than 16 years and I had my shala at my home, and suddenly everything kind of collapsed. And it's been a whole reinventing of my life, complete life, but also reinventing of my teaching. So I have been asking myself a lot, how can I share all the blessings that my guru has given me through the years, and how can I bring the yoga to more people? Some people live far away from teachers. Some people have a lot of financial obligations and they cannot afford a teacher for now. So I think it's a wonderful way to connect with those that are in deep thirst for the teachings and at the same time for different circumstances cannot access a teacher now. But I want to say that this doesn't mean that a video is a substitute for a relationship with a teacher. So you may start watching a video and then you may get more enthusiastic, and then eventually you will come to a teacher. That's what happened with me. I was in Costa Rica and there were no teachers there. I only had books. In those times there was no internet. There was no YouTube, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing. And I had my books and I just kept trying to do the postures, and eventually I started looking for teachers, alive teachers, and then everything took me slowly to my guru. So this is like a preparation for you, and I really appreciate your comments and your questions, and if there's anything I can share that you would like me to share, it would be my pleasure. I am a student of yoga, that's all I am, and I love the practice, especially because I can see the tangible changes in my own life, and I can also see the changes in many around me. I've had many students through the years, and many of them are very talented people, and I could see how the yoga started bringing out all the good, all the creative powers in them. And seeing that blooming for me was one of the most beautiful things, and I can see it right now. Some of my students are in Mysore right now with my teacher, and I can see how they have pursued their practice through the obstacles, because this is a practice that is full of obstacles. One very amazing teacher, his name is Richard Freeman. I was with him in Boulder when I was pregnant with my boy Theo, and it was very enlightening for me. He used to say, obstacles are the bread and butter of Ashtanga Yoga, and I was there with my big belly, 8 months, walking in the snow, going to practice, meditating for long hours, and at the same time I was like, oh my God, yeah, there's a fire in the Ashtangis, and we need this practice to be able to direct that fire in the right direction. Otherwise that fire can burn us up and just be very dangerous. So today I want to address one of the questions that I have received, and she says, what about meditation in Ashtanga Yoga? How do you meditate? Well, practice itself is a meditation for me. When I come to my mat and I do a prayer, I'm already opening myself to the Supreme Energy through the grace of my Guru. So that energy starts coming in and starts changing the body, the cells, my thinking, my emotions. And when I do that every morning, I feel I am meditating, I feel I'm dancing, I feel I am like really in this space that is different from the real world. It's like my own haven, my own oasis. So in Ashtanga Yoga, the meditation is a moving meditation. We are in connection with the breath. We have that awareness when I am inhaling, when I am exhaling. And we also know how to move the body with the breath, because sometimes this wave of energy comes in that is usually in the inhalation, and then this energy comes down in the exhalation. And in that opening, in that pulsing, in that expansion and contraction, we can understand what is our basic nature, that is beyond the mind, that is beyond the body, even though the body's sensations are used in a practice as an object of meditation. So yeah, the Ashtanga uses our own body to be able to focus, and our body has a lot of information. Last night I had a very bad neck pain, and I was just trying to sleep and I couldn't sleep well, and this morning I knew exactly that my rhomboid was like off. And so I knew my second series will help me, and the Kapotasana, clack, completely the muscle, and I could feel the release, and now I feel much better. Of course, I put some oil and give some love to the muscle back there. But we learn to read our body very, very clearly, and after a few years of practice, we understand it's not about performing, it's not about how the posture looks, it's about how the posture feels. So that connection with our emotions and with our breath takes us into a meditative state that is deeper than the normal awareness. And once we're done with our Shavasana, and once we are done with our breathing, then we can maybe sit for a little while and observe what is happening, and maybe get information about how to direct our energies in that particular day. So for me, I've heard a lot about these programs of sitting 10 days for 8 hours a day, completely still, and I'm sorry, but it's not for me. I need to move, I need to breathe, I need to feel my body, and I need to feel that expansion, that contraction, and the body guides me to where I need to go that day. And by the end of the practice, I am just calm and I am relaxed, and the pains are somehow feeling a little better. And that's the meditation for us, because otherwise, if I just try to just sit, close my eyes, what I'm doing is I'm reviewing my agenda. I am thinking of tomorrow, or remembering someone, or feeling hungry, or so my mind is too let's say unbalanced. The practice, the asana and the breathing helps me change the focus and go within and observe this amazing instrument that is our body. However the body is, any age, any condition the body is going through. There's people that have had accidents and still they're practicing. It's not how the body looks, or if the posture is perfect, or it's not about that. It's how you are connecting to this instrument. And this instrument is so honest. That's why I love the body. The body, if you're feeling sad, you're gonna just feel it. If you're feeling stressed, you're gonna feel it. If you're feeling weak, you have no energy. But the practice is designed to bring energy into our system. That's exactly why we don't practice when we have our ladies' holiday. Because in our ladies' holiday, the body of the woman is releasing. And the practice of Ashtanga is actually like creating energy. So it would be like opposite energies. We relax. Also when there's full moon and new moon, we don't practice because there's a lot of energy around us. And that goes against the grain. This is a practice to generate energy, but from a very meditative state, from a very pinpointed concentration that we call drishti. And the drishti is not only being with your gaze in your nose or your hands or your belly. It's about being focused on the mat. And we all have great days when we are super focused. We have days that we are all over the place and the mind is a monkey mind. and it's okay. You know, whatever is happening on the long run, after many, many repetitions, there's going to be this residue. And the residue of the practice throughout the years, it's about being calmer, about having more equanimity in front of life's changes, about accepting impermanence as it is, and feeling whole inside. I think when we feel whole inside, no matter what happens in life, no matter the losses, no matter the suffering and the pain, we know there's something solid inside of us. And that space becomes our oasis, that space becomes our refuge. And that's our mat for Ashtangis every morning. Hopefully a couple hours if we have that luxury. Maybe 3 sun salutations if we have to go pick up the kids and take them to school. I don't know, depending on your life, whatever you can do is okay. The art of meditation in motion, that is Ashtanga Yoga. The art of being focused inwards. The art of pratyahara, we call it. It's one of the limbs, is going within, understanding what is happening inside, because anything that is happening inside, you're going to manifest outside. If there's pain, is there's fear, is this like sense of unworthiness inside, that's what's going to happen outside. If there's deep self-esteem, self-love, if there's a deep connection to something bigger, if there is this friendship with yourself, that's what you can offer others. You cannot offer others what you don't have. So as Ashtangis, we strive to practice a couple hours in the morning, and then the rest of the day, the 22 hours, try to be kind to each other, maybe help someone, get a little out of ourselves and serve somehow. And this is the aim of these videos. I really felt I needed to share and to serve who does, and I'm very happy that somewhere or another I can help you. And that's what yoga is about. Yoga is about putting yourself out there for others, and some way or another contributing to the beauty and the knowledge and the happiness in the world. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And anything you want to write me, I am here. I'm happy and pleased to know you. Namaste.